Thanks for joining All Things Amy today. We're making two different kinds of focaccia bread, cinnamon streusel and Parmesan garlic. So we have a sweet and a savory. So it's a double batch. Okay, what I have in this bowl right now, and it's a very large bowl because I'm doing a double batch, is 1 cup of sourdough starter, 4 cups of flour. We're going to use 8 cups total, but starting with 4. And 4 cups of water minus 4 tablespoons of water. Stir that together and then cover it with a wet towel and let it autolyze for 1 hour, which is basically letting it rest. And it's going to do some of its magic while it's doing this rest. I just added 4 more cups of flour and 4 teaspoons of salt. Now stir this together well. Cover it with a wet towel again for 1 more hour, and then we'll do the next step. The dough will look like after we have just stirred it together. I put my hands in and mix it with my hands too. So it's kind of a rough looking dough right now. But in an hour, when we do our stretch and folds, it will start to change drastically. All right, you're gonna just take it and pull this, fold it over. I wet my hand a little when I do this just so the dough doesn't stick too much to my hand. And go all the way around till you've gotten every piece. Okay, and now you can just cover it again and wait 1 more hour and do the same thing in an hour. All right, guys, here's what it looks like now after about an hour after the stretch and fold. You can see the dough is changing a bit. I'm going to stretch and fold now a second time, and then I'll cover it again, and then I'm going to let it double in size, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, it has been about 6 hours, and as you can see, the dough has at least doubled in size. And it's ready for me to prepare it for the second and final. All right, so here we go. We're going to put a little oil, about a teaspoon just to help work with this. And just rub it over the top here and then pull this out. And then put a little more oil, about a teaspoon again, over the top of this. Okay. And then just cut this in half and get these ready. We're going to end up with about 3 tablespoons of oil per each loaf. So go ahead and put it in. And then just work this oil into this. Roll it a couple times. And now that is ready to do its second and final rise. And I'll do the same thing with this one. And then just cover it with saran wrap. And this rise takes about 4 to 6 hours. Okay, they're ready to roll. All right, I covered them with saran wrap. And now we'll let the magic begin. Okay, guys, I raised these for about 8 hours. I raised them overnight. They look perfect. I'm going to make 1 savory and 1 sweet. Okay, let's take the saran wrap off of this. Add just a little bit of oil to my hands and a little bit over the top of this. Remember, we have about 3 tablespoons to work with. Just gently rub this over the top. Okay, and then go ahead and take your fingers and push these holes down all the way to the bottom. See some of those air bubbles work their way out. And then go in if there's some places that didn't go down as low. Okay, Now we're going to put about a half cup of sugar sprinkled over the top of this. This is our sweet one. Okay, that's about a half a cup. And then, depending on how much cinnamon you like, you're gonna just sprinkle quite liberally this cinnamon over the top. I'm gonna say, and I don't know why this isn't coming out, I'm going to put this in my hand here and sprinkle it over the top. And it's probably about 2 tablespoons that I'm going to end up using here. Just about out of this one, but I have another one if I need to dig into it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now to the savory one. Okay, let's take off the plastic wrap. And add a little more oil. And then oh wow, I can sure smell the sourdough in this. Okay, that looks perfect. We're going to do some sea salt over the top. And this is a coarse salt, which I really like. So you can really taste it individually. And then some garlic powder. There we go. It wasn't coming out very well. Here we go. And some onion powder. And if you don't like onion powder, you can just do the garlic only. Just really have fun and create your own savory breads and sweet breads. And then I'm going to cook both of these together now on 425 for 25 minutes. But I'm going to pull this one out 10 minutes before it's done and sprinkle Parmesan over the top and put it back in so it can have some cheese on it as well. Here they go. 425 for 25 minutes. I just pulled this out after 15 minutes. Sprinkled Parmesan, about 3/4 cup over the top, and some Italian spice over the top, just for some color on the top and for taste. Now back in for 10 more minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. These look amazing. Let's start with this focaccia bread that has the savory, the cheese and the Italian spices, garlic, onion, okay? Brown just nicely, and it smells so good. And then when we go over to this one with the cinnamon and sugar, oh, it smells so good. I'm going to melt over the top of this a white icing. We're going to make the glaze now for the sweet focaccia bread. I've got 1 cube of melted butter. I'm going to add 2 cups of powdered sugar and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then we're going to add some cream, heavy whipping cream to this. And we're just going to add enough to make it the right consistency to be a glaze, not a frosting. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. Let's stir that in. It smells delicious. Okay, it's a little bit, because it's melted butter, it's going to thicken up a little bit. So I want to just do a tiny bit more. I'm going to just do 1 teaspoon worth. Stir that in. Oh, that looks perfect. Okay, now let's glaze this yummy bread. Okay. These have been cooling for a couple of hours, so they are ready. So just glaze, just beautifully. Glaze this. Let's cut into this one. I'm going to cut it right down the center because I'm going to give half of it away. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that bread. All right, okay, that one I'm going to give away. Let's go ahead and cut this one. And take a taste of it. Oh, it is so like chewy. You can just feel how springy it is. Cut a piece here and take a little taste. Oh my goodness. That is to die for. Okay, we'll cut into the other one in just a second. Oh my goodness, here is the sweet one. Okay. I just took a piece in for my husband to taste of the savory one, and he loved it too. Cut through this carefully because the icing has not quite set up. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay. Again, I'm going to give half of this away. Just carefully cutting. Through that. I'm just being gentle because I don't want to. Okay, here we go. Gonna have a little taste. Again, it's almost like, you know, when you make cinnamon rolls, it's that really bouncy. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Just wait 1 minute. That is so good. I've got these wrapped up to give to some family and friends, and I'll have to make some more tomorrow, right? Hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, all things done with love.